So, Tati is gonna do my makeup, and
She's taking pictures.
y'all can't tell me I don't look hot as fuck. I told Tati I wanted to be feminine in the way that men are, and holy shit, she just like, You should go check out the rest of them on my Instagram.
Before I start this video, no, Jolly, I'm not trying to tell guys to go on HRT. Anemia had to go the hyper feminine route because his face is very feminine. He has large lips, large eyes compared to other features on his face. He can't grow facial hair. His face shape is relatively feminine. He doesn't have hunter eyes. He has also his eye ratio. He doesn't have almond shaped eyes. He has not very round eyes, but he has generally very feminine eyes. So at best, he could make himself neutral looking or like below average and masculine looking with the gym body and everything. But you know, I'm not gonna get into that because I already made a video on that. He found his niche market. Everyone should find their niche market, even if it's something stupid like, oh, they have red hair and they can grow a beard. Congratulations, do that. It's a lot easier than doing what anemia had to do. Anyways, this video, I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why low levels of sexual dimorphism or femininity would be selected for in men. Number 1, this is the most practical and the best reason why, frankly. One of the universals I would argue to masculinity in culture is the feeling is like leadership, right? Like being in charge of something, like the alpha. People call it the alpha male mentality, right? And it's a big reason why a lot of guys want to become fathers. You know, they want to teach their kids how to do things. They want to take the sports games. They want to teach them certain values, certain principles, certain moral lessons. They want to teach their kids, life goals. They want to like help them grow into human beings. And a big thing we see with fatherhood or being a leader is, to a certain extent, there's a certain level of femininity needed in the sense that you avoid harm, that you're kind of like mothering in a sense, like you're very passionate in this kind of care sense. You're not very cold or distant. Like a lot of PUA types, they seem to associate being cold with innately being masculine. I've noticed that since, not Roosh, because Roosh is like ex-PUA, but like, I think even Roosh did that for a while. But coldness is not a very good trait. Like being cold and distant is not a very good trait for a father. It leads to very bad behavioral outputs, right? The second reason why femininity would be selected for among the male population for women is that civilization, or being in a society where people can own guns, vote, have certain levels, a lot of freedom, but also a very complicated organized society, is you would want men to not be predisposed to aggression, right? And like it or not, testosterone does make you more aggressive. Don't believe me? Ask anyone who had to do testosterone replacement therapy. Ask anyone who did steroids. You become more irritable. You become more prone to violence. You become just snappier, less happy, more like ready to attack when you're on gear. And it's like one of those perennial things in cultures that is just constantly seen. Another reason why, and this is the final and the least practical reason why femininity would be selected for men, right, is that a certain percentage of people actually have cross-gendered fantasies. So when they're aroused, they don't fantasize as the gender they're born, but the gender they find attractive, right? But this often leads to like an inverted kind of sexuality. So we see this with autogynephilics or autogynephiles, like men who fantasize as women, right? But a larger percent, only 3% of men have that. Meanwhile, a larger percentage of women, like close to 1 out of 12, and even a lot of lesbians admit to watching straight Shregs videos because they can't relate to because a lot of lesbian Shregs videos are not for lesbians, they're for men, and they just fantasize of the guys when they're watching it, right? So to a large extent, it's being selected for because women find the idea, they find men, like they're pro male in a sense that they want to be in their own expression, right? Like they could be very feminine women, but they could find they could find the idea of themselves being a man relatively attractive, right? And in the clip I showed in the opening of this video, it was kind of bizarre, you know. Only JS, that's the girl who said it, but she said she wanted to be feminine in the way guys are feminine, and that doesn't make any sense to me. Or maybe I'll show this video I made to some of the female, you know, just sort of women in my life, and ask them what the hell does that mean, because that's a new one for me. I've heard it really like caught me off guard. Like, that was like do men have a different type of femininity and women have a different type of masculinity? Like, what's going on? All right. Anyways, those are my 3 reasons. Number 1, you know, there's certain feminine features that would be good in a father, you know, in regards to harm avoidance and sensitivity to care and kind of being emotionally in touch with their kids. Number 2, you know, you want to select lower levels of violence, right? And 3, there's a surprise, not super large, but statistically relevant population of humans that have cross-gendered fantasies, right? So those are 3 reasons why sexual dimorphism, or low allowance of sexual dimorphism, or femininity would be selected for. Anyways, peace.